gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers and dreamers, creators and schemers, welcome to the first episode of Late Night with CEO Fox and Diandra Forrest. Yes, we finally did it. We made it to the big room. They gave me a stage and a mic and no commercial breaks. Mistakes were made, but we are here. You figures smell me. I am your host, CEO Fox, Bronx born, algorithm breaking, trend deconstructing, business minded misfit who convinced a serious group of professionals that I should have my own late night show. Bless their little hearts. No, your eyes did not deceive you. Joining me, the brilliant, the beautiful, my milk of magnesia, co-host Diandra Forrest. Now, some of you might already know Diandra. She is an internationally recognized supermodel, activist, actress, and all-around force of nature. If I'm the one bringing the chaos, she is definitely keeping the peace. So, what is this show about? I'm glad you asked. We're making the internet real, bringing creators together to get to know the person behind the handle, giving the true creator the spotlight. This is Late Night with CEO Fox and Diandra Forrest. We're about to chat about the things that actually matter, hitting culture, creativity, business, tech, and media, and whatever the hell else the internet has thrown at us this week. If it's trending, weird, if people are asking questions about it, we're talking about it. But don't get it twisted. We're not here to bore you and talk corporate jargon or some dry TED talk. Nah, this is good energy. We got some special guests, games, hot takes, and a little bit of beautifully controlled chaos. But if you can't laugh and figure out what's going on in this whole digital revolution, I do not want it. Y'all can keep it. And tonight we're coming in hot. Our first guests are Tash Tsunami and the very rare Cody, the dynamic model duo, the twins who took over reality TV and never let go. They survived America's Next Top Model. They conquered social media and they're still out here making moves. We're gonna talk about their careers, their wildest industry stories, and just maybe we'll convince them to spill some influencer tea, because we got questions. But before we bring them out, I just want to say this show is for you. This is for the creative, the underdog, the entrepreneurs, the people chasing their dreams and dodging the algorithm at the same time. You've got ideas, we see it. You got hustle, we respect that. In every episode, we're gonna bring you the kind of conversation that feeds your ambitions, fuels your fire, and makes you laugh along the way, so buckle up. Grab some late night snacks and let's get this joint rolling. D, are you ready to make history?
Absolutely.
Toodaloo.
How you doing?
Chilling, D. It's so good to have you on camera. Finally getting here. How's it feel? You did something today. You did some work today.
I did a little something,
Little
something in the making. Yeah, it's been a good day.
D was working with. D is just coming from working with some of, or rather, one of your favorite brands. I can't say this is deep. This is classified information. You can't talk about it on air.
You can't talk about stuff until it drops.
The girl is working. Okay,
She's
the girl's
working.
out in these streets,
She's
pounding
working.
the pavement, getting to this chicken.
Happy to be back in the Bronx, though. Home borough.
Okay, little homecoming. How was your trip here?
Yeah, so it's a surreal feeling being back in the Bronx. Like, taking the train to get here, and it's rush hour, so it's super crowded. But, you know, being in New York is the easiest way to...
You from the Bronx, right?
I'm from the Bronx,
Yeah.
yes. I grew up right over here.
You back home.
I grew up on 168 in Webster.
You from Web.
Yep. And I remember we used to walk from my house to 3rd Ave to shop every summer.
Right, that's right.
And it was about like a 30-minute walk in the hot sun.
Little trek.
And we would have our quarter waters. Or our Arizona iced teas, but when they were in the can, remember that?
Right. Oh, back in the day, you taking us back to the can, Arizona.
And my favorite place to shop, me and my sister, guess what store?
What store?
Conway. We were shopping at Conway.
Conway is a classic
Yep.
for Bronx natives. You know what I'm talking about?
Remember you used to get your little name belt?
You could get your name belt, get it lit up too, and kind of in the
yes,
back.
with the light up.
Yeah. Third is one of my stomper guns, low key. You want to talk about?
Nice.
All right, we gonna catch up, D. It's time now to introduce our special guest. You figure, smell me. We got Tashi, Sue, Nami, and the very rare Cody.
Thank you.
Okay, little grills going on. We like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We had to rep the Bay Area.
Yes.
Bay, so.
We said Mac Dre, right? Mac Dre.
Yeah,
Dre,
exactly.
Because where y'all from?
We're from the Bay. We're from
Nice.
San
Bay.
Jose, California.
Nice. Yes. How was y'all commute here?
Right, there
We
go.
ended up taking a car, which was probably not.
Expensive ass car.
Yeah.
That took an Uber?
Yeah, we did.
I just didn't want to chance it, you know, just
Yeah.
not being
Yeah.
here on time.
Yeah.
We got caught with the Uber too. I'm not an MTA fan.
Yeah.
Feel me? I'm not.
Yeah.
Listen, where's the camera? Where I'm at? Listen, y'all need to do something about it. I don't like
Seriously.
it. It's getting crazy. You know what I'm talking about? There was young kids rolling dice on the. I got some dice on me. There were young kids rolling dice on the bus.
It was him.
It's very scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, y'all took the Uber. How was the traffic? The traffic was. Y'all made it here on
It was
time.
traffic.
We
good.
made it on time. There was a little bit of traffic.
alright.
We left early though. We knew, you know.
Give
But you know
yourself
what?
some time?
What I think? Yeah, we were in the Uber for like an hour.
Over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same time for the train. That's why I was like, let me just spend this $2.90.
Right,
You did the
and
right
get on
thing.
the
You did the
train,
right thing.
right?
That was smart.
So we want to break the ice with y'all.
Yes.
And we have an icebreaker question for you guys.
Okay.
Something that I can relate to a bit, but it says, everyone with siblings knows the struggle. Who's the bigger troublemaker? And who usually plays peacemaker between you two?
I think we both.
We share both of those
Yeah,
roles.
we do both of those
I
roles,
think.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, of course, I'm gonna say her. Like, I think she's. Yeah, like, of course, I'm gonna say her.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I do apologize first. Do I more often?
No, I don't. We don't apologize. We just move on to the next
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Unapologetically. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna say it. You know what I'm
And
talking about? I like to.
I wouldn't even say that I make more trouble. I think you just complain more.
Okay. Well, you know,
I'm a bit of a complainer. I'm not gonna lie.
okay, well, there you go. Accountability child. You're
Yeah.
like, I know who I am. And I feel like, you know, siblings sharing the same womb and stuff, I feel like there's so many things that you guys probably have that are very similar, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Being twins.
Right? But, like, how, while we're on the topic, how would you differentiate your personalities?
Ooh, I leave that up to other people for the most part, because you know, just being a twin, you're naturally being compared all the time. So I don't care to do it to myself
Gotcha.
because everybody else is kind of doing it.
We're learning.
Yeah, I think it depends on the day, right? Because someone could meet me first and be like, "Oh, your sister's so friendly," you know, when I met her, and then the next day they meet Tosh and maybe she's not in the best mood.
People don't mix y'all up.
Yeah,
They do, yeah.
especially when we're not together. You know.
Yeah, if we're not together, but yeah, when we're together, maybe they can differentiate a little bit better. But it honestly depends on the day.
And like on the topic of comparisons, right? You guys are in an industry that they're constantly comparing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, how you look to other people, but do you think having someone that looks exactly like you kind of helped you, you know, break the ice for the industry, or it helped you in any way?
It hindered us, especially at first. I mean, when we first started, like,
Yeah.
you know, applying to agencies, there was a lot of like, oh, we don't want to take you guys because we don't need two people with the same look. Like, you guys will end up being competition against each other if we're at the same agency. So, so I mean, that was kind of like the story we used to hear a lot.
Got you.
Yeah.
They put y'all against each other, or would try to.
Yeah.
They just, I think
mean,
they kind of felt like we would end up going out for the same jobs if they're not looking for twins, and
they're
then
not
that would
looking
just
for
cause
twins.
conflict.
Did you guys ever think about going to agencies separately, or have you done it?
Yeah, we have done
tried
it.
everything.
Yeah, we've tried. Honestly, we've tried everything, and then we just came back to just doing it ourselves.
Did
And
you
I
ever
mean-
trick them? Did they ever get tricked?
Did we
Like,
did
we ever
trick people?
tricked
Yes,
the...
like the industry or
Okay, in the-
modeling agencies.
No, I don't think we ever approached it like that. Like trying to like, oh, who's it? No, we never did.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
We
You
haven't done
guys got to get a little more mischievous.
Yeah, actually, that's
need those stories.
Yeah, maybe we'll try something soon.
We have to try that.
And I feel like, but that's the industry that we're in right now, right? Like it is
Mm-hmm.
about like building your own social media and your own presence,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So now you don't really have to rely on an agency to brand you,
Yeah.
and you get to tell your own story authentically in the way you want to tell it, right?
Yes.
Context, the circumstance that forms the setting for an event, statement, or idea, in terms of which can be fully understood and assessed. Content creators, do you know the context you're in? I bet you don't. We are the product you heard, not sure if you heard. We are the product. When's the last time you had to pay to use social? Your data is valuable, from your inputs to your outputs. Valuable. How you choose is valuable. Your biometric data is valuable. Everybody wants something, you know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. Big data, AKA the data industry, is valued at 242.45 billion in 2023. Last I checked, I'm not the product. Am I? Usually get paid when you're a product or selling products. You don't get paid from social. Yes, indeed, you are the product on social media. Marco Margolis has a beautiful quote that sums this up perfectly. A product without a story is a commodity. A product with a story is a brand. Which are you? A commodity or a brand? Whichever you choose you are, you are. We're teaching the fundamentals over here. We need creatives, you to understand the context that you're in the social media space right now. And we want to assist you in developing brand strategy and storytelling, you heard. We've been robbed, hoodwinked, bamboozled, and most of us aren't even telling our stories, and we're missing out on the opportunity that we have right now. So take the business of social media serious, because you're part of that business. We've already signed up to be exploited unbeknownst to us. So if you don't put yourself in the right capacity or mindset or context, you're gonna continue to be exploited. And that's cool. If you wanna do that, that's fine. But this is not for you. Commodity Jane and Peter Product. Exit stage left. Do you want to be remembered? Do you want some aspect of your story to be told? Something happened to you and you want somebody to learn from your experiences? Well, here's your chance on social media. Start telling your story. Because if you don't tell your story, then you're never gonna be able to own your audience or do anything that will benefit you in the future. Here's your chance with social media to tell any story that you want to tell and learn how to tell it, because storytelling is the most pervasive method of human communication. So if you pick up what I'm putting down, let me continue. These stories will serve as social proof to whatever the collective is saying. It might not be because your story was the thing that broke the camel's back. Your story was the proof. That firsthand knowledge is nothing like going to get it from the horse's mouth. And right now, Instagram got how many users? How many users Instagram got? Like 6 billion? Globally, Instagram, Facebook got about 6 billion. It's about 6 billion horses now. We ain't never had that many horses telling stories before. Take advantage of it. See, your story is gonna be part of the collective. So when the people then tell your story, it's gonna be totally different from your experience. So tell your story. This is the new message in the bottle, only more potent, because we could see y'all. You see me on the screen, right? Storytelling only used to be word of mouth. No longer. Turn it on. Let me see what that lady looked like. Let me see if she really got hit by that car. Let me see if she really got the bruise. Let me see for myself. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and it's 6 billion people now that could give us a picture of what's really going on. You don't have to be selling anything, but let's participate in a way that can be documented and remembered through story. Not just what you ate, but who you ate it with, why you ate it, how they treat you. Because your experience will serve as the example. If somebody takes interest in you, you're the example now because they seen you do it. Because they seen you do it, you inspired them to do it, whatever that may be. You don't want to tell your story? That's fine. I'm telling mine. This is my story, you heard? The ethos, CEO Fox, what's going on in these internet streets. And I'm trying to inform y'all, I'm trying to help y'all understand how we can make a difference. What we have to do. We have to start helping each other. We got to start looking out for each other. We got to start using our influence with each other, because they gonna have us using IDs on the internet soon. I don't know if y'all remember that episode. They just was talking about it. You're gonna have to get an ID for the internet. And who wants that? Who wants to be that controlled where this used to be our space? Remember the definition of what millennials are? Digital natives? Yeah, this used to be our space. No longer. No longer can you be discovered how it used to be 15, look, you hear me saying 15 years ago? Golly, 15 years ago. Craziness. So, I'm telling my story. I would like y'all to start telling y'all's. Everyone remembers their first big break, whether it's a new job going viral, stepping into the spotlight. When America's Next Top Model put y'all on the stage. Did it feel like a dream come true, or was y'all hit with pressure to prove yourselves right away?
I'd say all the above. I was really excited to be chosen. It was like a long process, and it just felt really good to like make it past that. It gave me the validation I was looking for as far as like standing out, especially because we had been working towards that for quite some time. I think I put more pressure on myself than I felt. No one like directly was like, oh, you need to be doing this or that, but I think I had expectations. I don't think all of my expectations were met. And so then I did put some pressure on myself in that regard, but not much from the outside.
I felt great. I felt like when we did Top Model, I felt like, yeah, I felt like I was living the life I should be living, honestly, because I was just like, I've been working for, I guess, to get that validation, like a recognition. You know, we're all self-healing these days, and we're learning how sometimes maybe that's not the most important thing, you know, trying to balance that.
Outside validation?
Right, you know, but at the time I was looking for it, and it gave me, and I felt like, yeah, this is right. So it wasn't weird or abnormal to me. It felt like
About time.
I wanted it. Yeah.
Felt natural.
Yes, it felt natural.
And like being on reality TV, like I watch my fair share of reality TV, but I always wondered, like, how do you feel about watching yourself back?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I have not watched.
I watched it like
Y'all
this.
like artists.
Oh my
Like-
god.
Yeah.
I watched it like that, and then very little and in between, but not, yeah.
Got you.
What was,
Yeah, I can't
all right,
take
so what was the difference between what was shown and y'all experience? Was there a disconnect between?
Definitely.
Yeah.
There was a lot. I mean, we're hearing a lot about the Top Model days, but there was a lot of like things that they prepped us for that they never gave us a chance to fully express. Our stories and what we were there to represent. I wanted to represent like an American girl. Like I just really wanted that to be the thing. Like this is what an American girl looks like. I'm the girl next door. Like. Looking like this, but they did not
What do you
let
mean
me
looking
say
like this when
anything.
you
Like
say
looking
American?
like this, like
Like brown,
American.
beautiful,
Because I
like
think
all
Right.
of this.
yeah, like
Absolutely.
brown and like and I just wanted people to like maybe reconfigure what they thought the American girl next door really was, but I didn't get to say any of that. Like I thought that's kind of like what they took to get me on the show, but like
It wasn't expressed. It
They
wasn't.
didn't show any of like my true feelings.
And now you have the opportunity
Yeah.
because y'all have
you.
y'all have an audience,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the people watch y'all. We were doing our research.
Yeah.
The people watch y'all.
For sure. And I think that just ties into like now what diversity in fashion looks like, right? Because do we even really need a girl next door look?
Right.
Like we all live next door
Yeah,
to each
yeah,
other, so
Yeah.
ultimately we all the girls next
Breaking-
door, right?
Breaking
So
down the
true.
tropes.
I feel like that's amazing that you
Yeah.
wanted to put that out there, and I feel like, it's been a long time coming for America and just the world to really represent beauty standards in a really diverse way, right? Do you think that diversity in fashion, do you think it's just a trend that's happening, or do you think that they're really they're putting their money where their mouth is? It's something that they really believe in.
I do to like a certain extent.
What's that extent?
You can't please everyone, right? So there's
Right.
always going to be someone underrepresented. But I think we were kind of talking about this off camera as well. That I think, just the Black American woman in fashion, I think is just not seen as much as people think they see it.
But it's so weird because I think that like she's such a big
Part of it.
part of fashion, and like everything that she does on the daily is like picked out and taken and like
It's
used.
so funny that y'all talking about black women in third person. It's like
Oh yeah, I know, right?
she is so.
She is like when you personify
Right,
her as
right.
one thing.
And because she is so many things. That's
Yeah.
why you have,
Y'all are
Yeah.
so many things.
well, yeah.
Y'all are so many things. Okay.
What are you trying to?
You're on
I'm
the
trying to
inter-
look at her
you're-
right. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remove myself from
Spectrum
her
right
and
now.
just look at her.
Yeah, look
Okay.
at yeah.
And she, like, people take from her, like, all the time, especially the American Black woman, I feel like. And so it's interesting that in fashion, she's not really seen as the blueprint, even though I really feel like
She is.
She is the blueprint.
especially
Yeah.
because when you think about hip hop and pop culture and like,
talking about?
we know. So,
Mother
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
Please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Staying relevant in a fast-moving world. Y'all have cracked the code because we mentioned America's Next Top Model, but that's old news.
Yeah,
now.
that's
Yeah.
so
You feel me? Y'all
old.
still
Yeah.
here. Y'all still here shining. You feel me? Teeth glistening, skin nice. Y'all still doing good. How did y'all manage to still do well?
Pivoting.
But I also think because modeling wasn't our first like artistic expression. Music was like we were rapping like.
Oh yeah, I've
in
been
high
out here.
school.
I've been out
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
That was like the first, thing like when we were like trying to like live our dreams. I guess music was like one of the first things that kind of struck us. So we really thought we were like before the city girls, before everything. Like
Oh, y'all was city girls before the city girls.
Dimes. We were the dimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That was
love
the
that
dime?
design.
Dimes are forever.
Yeah, dimes are forever.
Dimes are forever.
Can I tell y'all? Let me tell y'all. So this little Bronx thing, talk about. There was a growing up, right? I'm a certain age. I'm a millennial. Growing up, they had groups. We had groups. There was a group from the Bronx called the Forever Rich Dimes. Shout out to the Forever Rich Dimes.
What?
You feel me?
Not Dimes are forever. The forever is
I
Dimes.
promise you,
Whoa.
there was a gang. There was a clique of girls from the Bronx called Forever Rich Dimes.
Forever rich
Nice.
Dimes.
Forever Rich Dimes.
I love
I ain't gonna go into it, but they'll see it. They Bronxites.
Okay,
People
okay.
gonna see it, but yeah, that's hilarious.
That's dope.
Do y'all remember y'all first raps?
Some of them,
Yeah,
yeah.
y'all gotta give us a
Oh
little.
my
Y'all gotta give
gosh.
us the first raps.
We gotta come back to that.
Cody,
Yeah. Give me a second.
I see your wheels turning.
It'll come.
You heard some of those first raps.
Yeah.
That's fire that y'all been doing it for this long. How long y'all been doing it? You said high school?
Yeah,
High school. We had a
Ooh,
girl
Yeah,
group.
so y'all seeped in it.
Yeah. When you started to pursue modeling, were you always still also pursuing music, or did you feel like you had to choose?
That was a complete pivot. I think, well, like all girl groups, break apart.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I don't know, like it took a lot of the umph out of me because
Y'all
I
broke
just
apart.
always.
Y'all wasn't cool. What you mean?
We were together, but we had two other.
Oh, y'all was. It was a
girls.
whole.
It was 4 girls.
Yeah, it was
Oh, it was 4 girls. Okay.
Yeah, so the
And y'all
other
split up
two,
from them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just hard for us to do it together. I don't know. At the time, we didn't really see the vision. Like, I think I didn't really see it. I always thought it was just the 4 of us. So when the other 2 girls dropped off, we were just like, oh, what are we gonna do next? And she got into modeling, and I was doing styling.
Yeah.
So
got you.
that's kind of where we went.
Nice.
Pivoted to that.
And so how did you guys decide? Like, all right, look, we about to do this. We don't.
How'd y'all stay
we
focused
don't
on the
need
music?
Yeah.
We did some songs without them.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did. Yeah, we did a few songs without them, and then we ended up just kind of putting that on pause to pursue modeling a little bit more. And then after we started to get frustrated with modeling, we were like, let's make a song about it. And then we
came
ended
back.
up getting.
What was the song?
It was actually our group name that we go by. The song was called Icon.
It was
We did-
from
we did
the Jaden Smith song.
Icon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we hopped
So
on
we did
that
a
beat.
freestyle
Oh,
over
yeah.
that beat,
Oh, that's
and
dope.
then we were like, oh man, this is like a new, like a rebirth of us. So then we started going by Icon, like our.
Icons.
Yeah,
That
shout
was
out to
big in-
Jaden Smith.
my sister's a dancer too, so I am not in the cunt world, but I am versed on the lingo.
Okay.
And icon.
Yeah,
Icon is
yes.
yes.
Icon was one of those 2,000
Yeah.
words that
Oh
all
my-
the girls was icons.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Like
Yeah, that
that
was a thing.
word is so
I remember that.
powerful. It's still
That was,
Yeah,
uh,
still. I feel
yeah.
like it's a
Yep,
timeless
that
word.
was-
Like, we're going to be using that for a long time.
That was all on Top Model. It was that I remember that picture with Eva. With that was the thing.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like coming
Spider?
to my memory with the
the
spider.
spider,
Yeah, they was all.
and
This
the
icon. Yeah, I'm a TV
everybody
person.
was-
You know what I'm saying? I watched
Yeah.
all of the American Top Model. That was the icon that I remember. Icon that
Okay.
Yeah.
the words like that. How y'all using it? So icon was your first rap song that got y'all brought into it.
Yeah.
And now we are, because it's time. We're gonna get into y'all performance.
Freestyle.
Hellcat freestyle.
Yeah,
Say it
okay.
again. Hellcat.
Hellcat
Hellcat.
The
freestyle.
Hellcat freestyle. We're about to get into y'all Hellcat
Yes.
freestyle. We're
Excited.
talking
I
about-
love it.
Bitch, I cannot stare like short. My temper too short. My pussy a food source. I got that Hellcat in red and a red head. So got the blue Porsche. I command you to hand over your bitch, or we will use brute force. Me and Miss in cahoots. We rockin' stiletto boots. Sipping out of champagne blues. I just got all of the juice. Tash, you come through without you in that water. Don't get it all over your shoes. Look into my left eye, surprise your mind, your mind, your mind. I will get into your mind, cry all the way down to your spine. I saw the card and it never declined. She like to tell me it's mine. If we're not seeing, answer one thing.
Why your panties off?
They call me rarest to rare, cause I keep it clear.
You keep your balance off.
IC3 and everything around me. It's a holy trinity. I'm putting all of my bays on a jet. I bought him a triplex. We talking big flex. They Irish triplets.
Known to leave a hater salty baloney.
Don't step on my fucking Saucony's. Your girl
Wanna ride my pony.
you need a quarter to stop me. A op could never can stop me. She give me that Jonas sloppy.
I am soon on me, that's rare. Can't
Yeah.
have one cause we come in a pair. Body shape just like a pair. You will get slapped if you try to compare. I'm so bad and injustice is fair. If you a goat, bitch, I'm a bear.
Yeah.
Stick up, put your hands in the air. I
Hey.
take your man in the leer to my lair.
Yeah.
And the money stacking up to my ear. Gotta speak louder, it's harder to hear. Give me the stick, I'ma put it in gear. Tashi go on and on and on. Tashi go off. Tashi got back like a Mac, it's a fact.
Yo, Microsoft. Yeah.
Haters is watching the clock, but
I won't be stopped.
they tryna plot on my flop, but
I'm going straight to the top.
if you an op like a cop, me and Rare come
Coming for your head top.
If you got beef, we chopping like a op.
op.
Me and 3, we be fleeking in the flock.
Yeah.
I make it look good, they don't know how I do it. I roll with the homies, you
Niggas is clueless.
Yeah,
These niggas is dumb.
you get it. Hey.
Hey. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Late night. Don't stay up too late, y'all. We out.
And just like that, another legendary night comes to a close. I thank you, BronxNet, for letting us play on the big stage. Special shout outs to our guests, Tash and Cody. Thank you to my partner in crime, the lovely Diandra Forrest. But listen, this isn't goodbye. It is just see you next time. So stay bold, stay creative, stay black, and most importantly, stay dangerous in these digital streets. You could catch us next time on Late Night with CEO Fox with Diandra Forrest.
Oh, dang, y'all.
Yeah.